Hey guys, I'm A-Way and this is A-Way the Shed. Today we got Smoking Jacks,
Yo,
D
yo,
Jacks.
yo.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
yo, yo. What it do? What it do?
Yes, sir. Take us back, man, to your childhood, man. What was it like being a young D Jacks in Fort Wayne?
Man, the young D Jackson, I'm telling you, it was lovely, man. I mean, neighborhood shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't a good kid, you know what I'm saying? I was a little bit in between. I got good grades, you know. I did all the good shit, but shit, I was into some bad shit too, for sure. You know, everybody was. It was just all about being smart about it, you know.
Hell yeah.
For
Did you come
sure.
from a two-parent background?
Yeah, mostly, mostly two parents and shit. Mom Dukes always held it down for sure.
Hell yeah.
Pops was there though, two parent home for sure.
Hell yeah. Was this consistent, you'd say, being a little in and out, just doing a little fun stuff, you know what I'm saying? That might push the boundaries to others, you know? Was it early or was it later?
Shit, all through my life for real shit. You know, I had a bigger brother and shit, you know what I'm saying, older sister.
Hell yeah.
So I was already into some shit I wasn't supposed to be in this shit, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I was always curious, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get your kid out of the city, out of the way, you know? But shit, young to all the way to the tip for real. I was always doing some shit, but really just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Then back to the books, back to sports. I was really a sports nigga.
What sports were you into in, let's say, middle school?
Middle school, I was into basketball. I was decent at basketball for sure. Like, but all my homies really was cold. I just knew how to play basketball type shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew the ins and the outs plus everything else. Had some crazy IQ, but really football was my shit. You know what I'm saying? I played football all the way up from elementary, before elementary, up until junior year and shit.
Hell yeah. Why'd you stop?
Shit, I ended up getting injured. Fucked up my I fucked up my pelvis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A vertebrae in my back fused together and shit, and my pelvis shifted and it fused it together and shit. So it was OV after junior year and shit. I was actually supposed to go either, small D1 or big D2 for sure type shit, or NAIA D1.
Damn. And that was just from over the years of football?
Nah, it was some family shit, hereditary type shit. It was some hereditary issues, but shit, if niggas know, I'm class of 14. I was nice on that football field. I played all positions, really. I played a little fullback, played linebacker, played, defensive end and shit, special teams, all that shit.
Yeah. So in high school, what were you doing? Were you always just in sports so much you couldn't really do nothing outside of that? Were you obviously smoking?
Shit, I was smart, bro. I did everything for real. I mean, on the smoking shit, first blunt I hit, you know what I'm saying? I was 11 years old. That was the first blunt I hit.
Talk about that experience.
Shit, really, I ain't gonna lie. We just talked about this shit at the shop and shit, If you need a haircut, go pull up and we got you faded. That's Pops and them, Unc and them. They got the shop and shit. But me and my Pops was just talking about that shit because I used to go skating and shit at South Roller Dome. And I was out there hanging out with the older homies and shit, waiting on my Pops to come pick me up, me and my white boy and shit. And, they like, you gonna hit this? I'm like, shit, hell yeah. So, I hit the blood and shit. We just ended up smoking and shit. 11 years old type shit. Got in the car, Pops them there a little slizzer. We go get some food and shit. Shit, it was an experience. I did burn my lip though. I burnt the fuck out my lip trying to hit a roach and shit, trying to be cool and shit. But yeah, after that, I chilled out a little bit, I was mostly on the sports and shit, but freshman year, it was the thing to, smoke weed and shit, go to the games and shit like that. So niggas definitely always smoke.
Yeah. So with football being done junior year, did you go just strictly basketball, track, or were you not able to do anything else?
Shit, I really wasn't able to do shit for real, because my shit was fucked up. I was walking around high school looking ineligible for real. I was crippled for real on the low. I was fucked up, back fucked up, all that shit. So shit, I just always smoked weed, bro. After I got injured, I just smoked hella weed, like,
Hell yeah.
All the games, I used to go to all the games, hiding a bitch, you know. Everybody was cool with me and shit because they knew I was an ex-athlete and shit, you know. Being that bitch blasted. Rooting on my niggas, cussing out adults and shit. Nigga, parents and shit. I'm cussing niggas out. I ain't getting no fuck.
Hell yeah. And then you went on to go to college?
Yeah. I went to IG Tech. Got my business administration degree and shit.
Hell yeah. How was the college life for you?
Shit, it was lit, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I went to IG Tech, but shit, I was everywhere. I was Ball State, IU, shit, ISU. I was really shit, just doing my homework and shit, and just traveling and shit, going to visit niggas that was in college and shit. Cause all my niggas was smart. I was in Rice State, you know. I was everywhere.
Hell yeah. What can you give us one specific college story that sums up your college experience?
Shit. Well, I mean, after Ivy Tech, I lost my brother and shit. Rest in peace, my nigga Lee Black and shit, you know what I'm saying? This not the story, but just tell you a little bit about my life and shit, you know. Rest in peace, Lee Black and shit. But his dream school was IU and shit, so once I was finna graduate Ivy Tech and shit, I lost him. And I just applied to IU and shit. They ended up accepting me as a transfer student and shit. So I went there, got my liberal arts and communications degree and shit, bachelor's and shit. So
that's what's up, man. Who was the one that pushed you to go to school?
Shit, really me, cause I just like shit. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work for nobody and shit. You know, I had some jobs and shit. I used to, you know, sell trees on the side and shit, all that shit. But it's just like shit. I don't like how niggas be talking to people and shit. You know, that management and shit. I'm just like, man, I could do this shit, you know, but way better and shit. You know, I'm a people person, bro. You ain't got to be no rude ass boss and shit just because you the boss, you know.
Yeah.
Niggas be lame with that shit, so.
Yeah.
I worked a few factory jobs. I'm just like, shit, I'm finna go to school and learn business. Like, fuck that shit. I'm already smart. I'm finna, you know, really reach the potential type shit.
Yeah. When did you start getting into music?
Shit, really, I'm a late bloomer. I just started music. Like, my first song was 2018, 2019 type shit. You know, and I did some shit because my nigga Cortez, my nigga Tay G and shit, he been singing and shit. He been doing that shit since we was in high school and shit, so. I always supported him. I always supported everybody through the city, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I fuck with music overly. But my nigga Lee Black really fuck with music and shit, so. When he died and shit, I'm like, shit, we gotta make like a tribution type shit, you know what I'm saying? We made a little song. It was decent and shit, but, you know, after that, niggas just went off to school and shit, and I came back one time from IU and shit, probably like 2019, 2020, and we did some shit, you know what I'm saying? And that shit was smooth. Me, him, and my nigga Justin, we did some shit. Like 2 songs. And then when I came back from COVID and shit, because COVID shut down IU and shit, when I was supposed to walk, I graduated, but I ain't get to walk and shit. You know what I'm saying? That bullshit ass COVID. So, came back, I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna do music and shit, you know? It just really tapped in and shit. So, I say I've been doing that shit for probably like 4 years. 4 years and shit.
In your music, I hear a lot of Fort Wayne references, 260. What does Fort Wayne mean to you?
Shit, it's me, you feel what I'm saying? I was born and raised, shit, you know what I'm saying? It is and out, shit. I ain't with all the hate shit, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with all the fake shit, but shit, it's some real in it, you know what I'm saying? It's where I'm from, shit. It's 260 against everybody, you know?
Yeah. Let's talk about that, because there was a recent concert. Name that.
Yeah.
What do you think of the talent in Fort Wayne today compared to years past?
Shit, years past was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? People always had talent all around the world, but people always had talent here, you know what I'm saying? But now, just being in that age and shit, it's crazy talent, man. It be some people that you don't even know is good and shit. You knew all your life. You hear his music and shit like this shit smooth for real. You know, it's all different avenues, but it's some good ass people in Fort Wayne for real. It's some good ass talent.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the business side. You went to school for it.
Yeah.
Is Fort Wayne a marketable spot if you're an artist? Just strictly an artist, could you make a living here?
I mean, you gotta really know the business shit to make a living in music type shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And I ain't got it all the way down packed, but shit, going to school and shit taught me a lot of shit about just business overall and shit. So I use that perspective in my music and shit too. But really, you know, shit, you can make it anywhere. You can make it off anything, really. You just gotta keep on grinding, keep on going for real. Keep on putting your foot in that door, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. How much money have you put behind your music so far since you've taken it serious?
Shit, I done put some, you know, some racks, for sure, some racks, shit. Studio time videos and shit. About 10, 20K, you know what I'm saying? I don't know really the real number and shit, but that's just an estimate type shit. But really, all in all, it's about, I've been telling people and shit, man, it's time to really put a couple bands down and shit, buy your own studio and shit, bro. You could pay a nigga a couple $100 and shit to come record you and shit. Pay somebody to mix in that shit. It is, you know, it'll cancel out a lot more money that you spending this shit. You know what I'm saying? You get you some good videographies and shit. You go put them videos and shit into place, but shit, making the music would be a lot more cheaper. Especially if you know a homie who make beats and shit, put a little cheese in his pocket. You know, help that nigga upgrade his shit and shit. Y'all could rise together for sure. It's a lot of people that make beats and shit through the city. It's a lot of people that engineer. It's a lot of people that mix and master. You know, just start putting your foot in that door for real.
Hell yeah. So, what are some of the struggles, would you say, is trying to put out music since you started?
Shit, me? Or you just talking about me personally? Shit, I wouldn't say it's a struggle. It's always a blessing, you know what I'm saying? But shit, struggle-wise, I'd say some cheese-wise, you know, I had to be smart. Like, yeah, I can't spend it on this shit right now, you know what I'm saying? I gotta put this shit behind.